Okay, I love disruptive technologies. I love things that are different, that are unexpected for people. And one of the most incredible success disruptive stories of the last few years has been in the wagering betting arena, where there's a company called Betfair. Now, the guy's name escapes me now, but there was a guy who invested in Betfair. Betfair, for those who don't know, was a complete revolution to the betting markets. Rather than bookmakers, they said, well, we've got the technology, let's just allow bettors to be the bookmakers. Let's have an exchange for bets rather than a central bookmaker, a bookie, for a betting. And I believe there's a couple of guys just working from their bedroom, developed the software to allow people to be able to exchange bets and completely cut out the bookmaker. That was the creation of Betfair. Now, this guy invested in Betfair, he saw it as a disruptive technology, and he made millions from it. Betfair has been taken over by Paddy Power on the London stock market here, just to give you an idea on valuation here. Current market capitalisation, if you wanted to buy the Betfair business, you'd have to bid well in excess of £7 billion for that company. Betfair and Paddy Power are pretty much a UK business as far as I'm aware. I don't think they have particularly much market internationally. So, you know, £7 billion for a UK business. Now, there's a company called Peerplay. I say a company. It's a play on cryptocurrency. Peerplays are developing a blockchain facility to allow peer-to-peer betting with cryptocurrencies. And I've been aware of this for quite a few months now. We're just coming into the final stages. We've got 4 days as I'm recording this video for the crowdfund to end. The primary crowdfund needed to raise $4 million. That's been completed, and they're now at 60% done for tier 1. Then they've got tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 to raise extra funds. They're looking to raise, I believe, about $5 million in total. But what are they doing with this? They're developing this new technology. If we go and have a look at the, might be learn more. Now let's go for the, follow the page down here. So why hold PPY tokens? Why hold peer play tokens? Well, there are users, so this is the concept. There are users and there are stakes and winnings. They place stakes on bettings, and this is a digital application, so people create a decentralized app, and I think part of the point of this as well is that other developers can create their apps so they can make betting and wagering available, and all sorts of things in a very proof orientated area. That's not the right phrase, but where people can verify the bets are fair. You know, if you go to an online casino, you could play the slots in an online casino. You have no way of knowing if these slots were what are called sticky and that you wouldn't have a chance of winning. Whereas with a decentralized and everything available on the blockchain, it can be proof that these are truly proper gambling, truly proper fair wagering and so on. So you have a group of users. They place stakes. At the moment, the digital apps that peer players are talking about, they're developing 3 themselves. One is called 8, one is called Bookie, one's called Sweeps. And they place the stakes, winnings go back to the users. From those winnings though, there are commissions and fees. So that's going to presumably depend on who wants to use the technology, how much fees they want to have. But the PPY holders, the people who are initially crowdfunding this development, will receive commissions and fees generated by peer play. So this could be billions of game players around the world. So Sweeps is a lottery type basis. Bookie is a sports betting type thing. 8, I'm not quite sure what that is yet. It's another form of, and that's going to be the first one to be developed. Now they've got some very simple video here which shows how the wagering would work. 2 people playing person to person, peer to peer, and that's just a rock, paper, scissors example. And I think essentially the technology, whether it's rock, paper, scissors, or whether it's a horse winning in a race or a football team playing a race, or they're also talking about predicting outcomes of events. Let me just scroll down here and see where that was. So PBSA releases software code for high volume on-chain prediction markets. If you want to predict a stock market, predict the currency markets, predict even cryptocurrency markets, predict anything, people could be able to use this software to create interactive games, gaming applications, so people can bet on the outcome of pretty much anything, and it will be verifiable through the blockchain. So as a crowdfund investor, my understanding is that you will be a founding sort of partner of peerplays, and if this becomes huge and develops, then you'll get a share of all the revenue, commissions and fees generated by peerplays from here forever, because you'll be effectively a shareholder in the company. So they're looking to raise, they've raised $500,000 just seed capital to get going. That's been done. They were put on the BitShares decentralized exchange in June 2016. That's been done. They launched a public test featuring the world's first real-time interactive on-chain game. That was the rock, paper, scissors, hence the picture of the two hands there. In December 2016, peerplays Blockchain Standards Association, a non-profit organisation dedicated to the advancement of provably fair gaming on peerplays. Let me just switch my alarm off a second. Okay, PBSA launched primary public crowdfund. So from February 2017, it's now the public crowdfund, which finishes, as you saw, just in 4 days' time as I'm recording this video. Then in August, so we've got end of May, May the 30th, to be able to check how many PPY tokens you have, what your percentage of profits is effectively going to be. From August, PBA releases Peers 8, a real-time interactive gaming app with digital currency betting on games. And then October 2017, they're aiming to release software code for high-volume on-chain prediction games. November 2017, peerplays Bookie, the world's first on-chain sports betting exchange. So again, if you know about Betfair, you can see from that little picture there, and they talk about it in the development videos that I've seen, talking about Betfair, so they understand this market very well. They understand it far better than I do. What I understand is investing in companies and opportunities that could be a huge major change, and cryptocurrencies is definitely here to stay. It's a huge change and real disruptor to technology, and this is the sort of thing that will allow people, at the moment there's very much territorial restrictions and controls on people being able to wager and things like that, and to a certain extent I agree with that. People need to be protected from addictive gambling and things like that, but I'm also a believer in people having the ability to do what they want to do if they, they're old enough and grown up enough to do it. But yeah, it's a separate issue in terms of protecting the vulnerable. We've got Gamble Aware in the UK. There'll be all sorts of things in other countries as well. And I dare say they will have that as part of it. But essentially, all of the gambling industry at the moment is controlled by big multinational companies, and they're making huge profits from that. And that's why you end up with companies like Betfair, worth £7 billion on the London Stock Exchange. So imagine being able to get investment in Betfair 10, 20, well, I don't know how long ago it was, 10 years ago when it was first invented, and you could have become a multimillionaire from that. And that's what I think. There's a possibility. Do your own research. I'm not saying you should do this or anything like that. My caveats, I have nothing to gain from telling you about this. I just want to let other people know about it because I think it's a great investment opportunity. The only thing I do have to gain, if you think this is a good investment opportunity and you like investment opportunities, do also check out my website, theangelinvestor.co.uk. I'm also an investor with a club where we invest in startup companies and actually get shares in those companies. They're private companies and so on. So check out the details at theangelinvestor.co.uk if you want to. That's not the purpose of this video, but I know that I get people asking the question saying, Paul, yeah, that looks really good. Have you got anything else? So just to save that legwork of having to answer those directly, there's my information on that as well. But yeah, peerplays.com. Go and check it out. And if you want to get some PPY tokens and take part in the crowdfunding, then there's how you do it. You need Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies to be able to do it. It's very simple. You click on Buy PPY Tokens. You download your redemption key there. Say how much you're going to contribute. Click on Continue. and then send your funds from your Bitcoin wallet to the funding wallet there, and in a few hours time you can check your balance. Let me just go and see. I've put 1 Bitcoin into this. I'll be honest there and say I've put 1 Bitcoin, and you'll get that you'll get that confirmation screen on step 4 to check your balance. Keep good notes of the money that you send, your addresses and things. Best to do it on Google Chrome, is what they say, and yeah, pretty simple, very easy, and potentially very profitable. Who knows? But let's have a go. Thanks for watching.